The Raven Flock presents The Black Files.
Hello everybody, thank you for listening in. Sit down, plug your earbuds, because you're about to listen to another episode of The Black Files. Yes, applause all the way.
For the applause.
Oh
I'm gonna
my
dump
God.
my root beer on you.
Better not.
It's Monday, February 22nd. I hope you guys are doing alright. I hope you guys are surviving Mondays, because those are the worst days of the week.
And hopefully this is a nice way to help relieve you of the humdrum of starting up a new work week or school week or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. I'm here, Jose. Joining us right now is the Juancho, our director.
Howdy how!
And we've got Deimos, who is
Hey,
happy to
guys.
join us, and Tyler.
That's me, I'm alive.
And we've also brought in another person to join us on the Black Files, Miss Pixel Doll. How you doing?
Hello, I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone's here. We're kind of awake. If anyone needs caffeine, just say something, because I can totally hop you up.
Oh, don't worry. I've got energy for days, but I think Tyler can use some.
I need some.
You need some? Okay.
I hate to disappoint you, Tyler, but the doctor called out, so...
I know he did. I need that sweet pepper.
I'm sorry.
Inject it into my body.
I'm sorry, but the doctor's not in right now. Would you like to take a message? Can I take a message for
I think
you?
that's pretty
Yes,
direct. Inject it into
dear
my body.
Dr. Pepper, I miss you. Let me know when you get back from your travels in Japan, and bring me back something from Tokyo and Hokkaido, because I love those places.
Okay,
But
oh.
Tyler,
Love you.
you Sierra missed him.
Oh!
Wow.
I will exit the room now.
Nice going.
Good
No.
one.
I
That's
Pepsi what you did there.
actually-
Oh, wow.
Oh, God.
I think we
Not
should go
clever, I
on.
don't have two. I only get the one.
I think
Looks like
we're
you're
done.
mountain doomed.
I started something I couldn't finish.
Wow, no.
I brought a knife to a gun battle.
You guys are amazing.
Oh my
We'll
gosh.
live.
But yeah, last weekend you two ladies, Deimos, Pixel Doll, you just got back from KatsuCon.
Yeah?
Yes, we did.
How was it? Tell us.
Amazing, actually.
I heard it was
Okay.
pretty hot.
It was
That was-
30s.
it's cold
It's-
because you weren't there. It was cold because Tyler wasn't there.
To
That's
warm
honestly
everyone's
it.
hearts.
Warm
Like a
us-
kitten.
Warm our
Honestly,
hearts and
though-
minds with your dulcet tones, Tyler.
Oh, I will.
It was one of the best cons I've ever been to in 5 years, so I actually really loved it. Amazing cosplayers there, definitely all bringing their A game.
Nice.
But no, a lot of fun. We made a lot of friends. I met a lot of people at the Awari no Sarah photo shoot on Saturday. That was interesting, thanks to my significant other, but
Very nice.
late for days.
We'll live.
Yeah.
And besides, I'm pretty sure if we had the opportunity to share like the photos from it all, you'd be posting that all up on there like maybe.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I got them back on Sunday when we did Tokyo Ghoul, and I was Tsukiyama, the disgusting trash can. But no, great con. Really can't wait to do it next year. So.
Pixel, how about you?
Well, it was my second Katsu, so it was a bit more familiar, I guess. So I was a bit more. I wasn't as lost as I was the first year. Pretty much, as Demo said, there was a lot of really good cosplayers. It was ranging from like novice to extreme experts to full-blown Gundams to just closet cosplays. So it was really good to see the variety and just how open and honest everyone was about all their things and how just supportive absolutely everyone was. Like, I never heard anyone snickering at someone or being like, oh, hey, your thing's falling apart, it looks really bad. They're usually like, oh, your thing's falling apart, let me hot glue this for you because I have a workstation that's mobile on me right now. That's kind of what
Hold
it was.
on. We have a brigadier following the footsteps of Captain Patchett.
More or less, I did see someone with like a full blown like they had it was that sewing
the bandolier.
kit gear, yeah,
The bandolier with the
the thread, yeah, it was
Holy
pretty much
shit.
something similar to that.
Is that how I think it is?
No, that's
Maybe.
Okay, did he have? Did the person have a sweet, beautiful, fluffy mustache?
No, they
And,
honestly looked like Snake, but they had like sewing equipment and stuff.
Even better.
Even better.
Because they're dressed
Sewing
as
snake.
It was great.
Yes.
Sewing-
we
it was-
gotta fix this outfit.
I'm on it, Snake. You're going to need a Type 3 needle. You're going to also want to borrow somebody's singer.
Oh, shut up! I've got a pencil. I can do this.
But yeah, I mean, overall, great convention. Again, that venue is so beautiful.
my gosh.
What was the
Yes.
hotel? What was the name
It
of
was
the
the
thing?
The
Gaylord.
Gaylord National in National Harbor, in
Wow.
actually Virginia.
Is it
Technically,
Virginia?
the zip code is Alexandria, Virginia.
So
Okay.
like
I thought
that's
it was
just
like
like
Oxford or
right.
something like that. Was what my phone was coming up with.
So that
It's
was
like the
right.
sub-town of
Yeah.
Alexandria.
I don't know.
So that's like right off of the edge, right by the DC border.
Yeah, yeah.
Right on National
Cool.
Harbor.
When I picked up my friends, it was really cool because it was my first time in DC and Alexandria, and I've heard so much from my dad because he's former military, and he was stationed up there several times. But it was really cool because we had to pick up my friends from the Ronald Reagan National Airport, and you literally drive the interstate right by the Pentagon. So it's like, I'm sitting there driving, and I'm just like sitting there like vibrating in my
like-
seat, and
like
my
on the flight.
I
Ronnie's
am
like,
both
"Hun."
excited and mortified.
Yeah. Well,
They already
Yeah.
know you're there.
I know.
They've been known you're there.
well, when we were leaving, we had to. We got lost
God.
when we were leaving and from the airport, and we were trying to get on 395, and we accidentally went into the Pentagon.
Oh my
So I whipped out my military ID, and I was like, "Hi guys, I'm trying to get to I-395 towards Richmond or DC." Richmond. He's like, "Okay, we'll go this way." I was like, "Thank you, sir."
Lord! You nearly drove right into up to the Pentagon.
That sounds.
What the?
That
Holy
sounds
shit! That is
slightly.
so badass.
Oh man.
You know, my little ghetto ass car.
Echo 419, Echo 419. Delta has come to the eastern in the entryway. Advise. Is codename Delta actually trying to enter the facility? Negative. Apparently Delta's lost.
Yeah, no, we
Delta's
just
lost?
drove up, and we're just like, "I'm lost."
Oh god.
I'm lost. I accidentally got.
Terrible.
I do believe you borrow the spirit of Angel's navigational skills to take you there this weekend. That past
get some
weekend.
phonetics
And I'm pretty
up in
sure you would
there.
agree.
A
Yeah.
whiskey tango foxtrot, if you know what I mean.
Oh, God.
What about you, Pixel? Did you accidentally stumble into government?
Not accidentally. For a little bit on Sunday, we did some exploring in DC, which was really nice to get away from the con as it was winding down because they had a later flight. So I flew in, so I got to see everything from above pretty much. I got to see like the lights on it as we flew off, which was really cool.
Ah, okay.
So I didn't get a window seat during the day, so I can't say I saw
that
anything on the way in.
I don't get nice things.
I'm not spoiled.
That's not really spoiled, to be honest. It's just, didn't get the seat you
Yeah,
wanted.
we took, but collectively, we had like 2 or 3 rows of people that flew together. So I could have had a window seat, but I was like, someone else wants it more than I do. So I guess I'm just going to sleep in the middle.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I
the
was
worst.
like, my only condition is I snuggle, honey, if you get the middle, so you get the window seat.
My significant other and I, when we were like driving past like Monticello and the House of like Congress and the Pentagon,
all the monuments,
I was sitting there literally just like bouncing up and down while I'm driving in heavy DC traffic. Just like, is this building?
Oh my God, look at this, look at this.
This building
Man,
was
can I see
built
your
this year.
identification?
This building was destroyed in the War of 1812. Da, 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 da. And
Like-
Ronnie, I love you to death, hon. Ronnie was saying, "Hun, I love you, but you need to calm down."
Like, we're trying to get to
I
a
get it. I get it. I
We're
get
trying to
it.
get to a con.
We're trying to get to the airport to
Take
pick
this
up
in
your
the most
con
affectionate way
parents.
possible. Calm your shit.
Oh goodness.
But yeah, so
Yeah,
that was
no, I
cool to
see
be
that.
in a completely new setting like that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
still get that feel of traveling, but you're like, and then you go to your hotel, you're like, oh crap, I'm at a con.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Ours
so,
was as soon as we checked in. Oh crap! I have 2 wigs. I have 3 wigs to style right now that I didn't want to style the day before because I was driving.
Right.
One thing I gotta ask, Deimos, you brought some of your outfit stuff over here from when you guys did that photo shoot over here.
Yeah.
It was this wig. Was it one of the ones that you brought with you?
Mika, yeah.
From
Mika.
Awari no Seraph.
Looks good.
Thank you. I love that wig. The wig I got for Mika was layered so that literally when I styled it, I just had to style his 2 little cowlick flippy do things that I liked calling it.
Yeah,
I didn't have to
like,
trim the
a
wig
little
at all.
cowlick thing.
I didn't have to trim the wig at all. Great sellers, actually. I bought it off of Amazon. So,
Really?
yeah.
Off Amazon?
Off
Amazon
of
can be
Amazon.
surprising
Yeah,
sometimes.
Amazon. Like, honestly, I've been blessed because I buy inexpensive wigs. I only have one Arda wig, and half, with quotes around
You
it,
should have seen
half
the
an Arda
quotations.
wig.
They're gigantic.
Half an Arda wig for my Makishima from Psycho-Pass / Surumaru Kuninaga from Token Rambu. The extensions I put in that wig were Arda, but it's actually a cosplay or epic cosplay wig. It's really fluffy and full. My Anastasia wig is a lace front that I got for like $15 on eBay.
Jeez.
Like I've gotten really lucky with my wigs.
Yo, folks listening over here from Black Files, I hope you're taking notes. I hope you're ripping off our podcast right now. This is how you closet cosplay, or this is how you budget cosplay.
Yeah.
Or, either Deimos or Pixel could just post a PDF or something. Sure.
Yeah, sure. Whatever, yeah,
Well,
just whatever you get
I
around
swear
to.
by Arda personally. Like my Mars that I just got was Arda, and the main reason why I went by Arda was because it had the length, it detangled really easy, which is with long wigs in general fun.
Yeah.
And it actually has like a three tier color palette, so it'll go from like a lighter purple to a darker purple to a black. So in different, like in some pictures it will look black, and others it will look like really
Oh, that's nice.
nice purple.
Depends
You
on the
can't
lighting.
really find
Yeah.
that anywhere without taking a huge gamble. So I was like,
Yeah.
I'd rather invest the money in it because it's going to last me forever. Because
But, like-
that's the good thing about
Yeah.
Arda wigs is if you treat them right, they will last
Yeah.
you forever.
All
But
right.
like with most of my wigs, I don't need that color change palette. Most of mine, like with Anastasia in particular, like I have to go with that deep copper auburny look, and it has to stay that way in every single photo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like
It's
that's
a
like
consistent color, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Well,
a
Mars, it
consistent
changes
color. Yeah,
every other
exactly.
picture.
Like when I buy my Sailor Jupiter cosplay, when I buy my sister's Sailor Moon cosplay, I'm gonna go to Arda for it. My Tsukiyama shoe from Tokyo Ghoul, my significant other actually gave that to me, and I'm so
Aw.
thankful to them. That wig is Arda, and it's a beautiful wig too. It stays because Tsukiyama his bangs. Oh my gosh, his bangs literally curl, and when you style it and you spray it down, it actually stays styled. Which is why I love doing Arda wigs.
They're great
when
for
I
styling.
when I do Kamigami no Asobi, I'm gonna buy 2 wigs for Balder
Nice.
from Arda because they're beautiful and they're the exact pellets that I need.
All right.
Just real quick, I gotta say, I think in the last 3 minutes, you guys mentioned Arda enough times that I can actually officially make this joke. Arda wigs, you now got yourself a new sponsorship deal. Cha-ching.
Oh my
Seriously,
god. Okay.
Arda was there.
No.
Arda was there
Yeah,
at
Yeah.
dealers, and
There, yeah.
it was awesome. They sold
I
out.
could've
Yeah.
If it
Yeah.
weren't for the fact that my wife and I were celebrating our anniversary weekend, I could have just gone over there. I could have struck up a deal for us.
That brings up another thing.
Yeah, but-
That brings up another thing. During the KatsuCon weekend, for those who are there or not there, I hope you guys enjoyed your Valentine's Day. I know that Juan did.
Yep.
I know that Deimos did.
Deimos and Ronnie were cosplaying Tsukiyama and Kaneki, so that was really funny because I was being disgusting to my significant other, and they were having to deal with it and be very
God.
tsundere and threatening me the entire
I
time.
love
It
you,
was
but you know-
gorgeous.
Nothing says love like I hate you.
Right?
Dang
sure.
it, I
Nothing
love
says
you,
love
but
like
shut up.
Tsukiyama trying to eat Kaneki and Kaneki literally just shutting him down and punching him in the face.
Ouch.
Nothing love like
Like-
I'm sure
And you're talking
Pixel
about,
Doll enjoyed Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I'm freshly single, so it wasn't all lovey-dovey. But that's another cool thing about KatsuCon, everyone being so open, honest, and great. Some people prepared little Valentine's Day packages, and one time I was in Mars just hanging out, and someone comes up to me, it's like a younger girl, and she goes, "Hey, you look kind of tired," and I'm like, "Oh, I'm okay." She's like, "Really? Because you've been running through my mind all day."
Oh my god!
that is gorgeous.
She hands me this
Just
little
like
package that has all these little nerd candies in it and Laffy Taffy, just little cute things like
Just
that.
like a little gift pack
Yeah.
of Wonka candy.
Yeah, it's seriously
Wow.
in
Oh my
middle school
goodness.
when you used to get the little packages from everybody and it was all platonic and not weird.
Just like
That's good.
just like the reveal of Trevor Slattery, you never saw that coming.
Yeah,
Pretty
so
much.
that happened
Wow.
quite a few times. Anyone who asked for a photo, they give you candies. Happy Valentine's Day. So it was really nice to be in a community setting
Yeah.
and not just be like, "Oh man, I'm single and this sucks."
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Which
Personally,
it can happen. It happens.
I
to
mean,
people.
I did a
Sorry.
couple a couple of couple cosplay photo shoots with people who are cosplaying Kaneki, because they shipped Kaneki Tsukiyama.
Yeah, no, people.
I mean, I do too. But my significant other was perfectly fine with it. And so, like, I did, like, a couple where I was, like, on a knee kissing their hand or something.
Yeah,
and it was, like, completely
something cute.
platonic. And it's, like, something cute for Valentine's Day. If I had my fake roses, I would have been handing out roses as Tsukiyama, but that's something for next year.
Yeah, there was something really cool that people did all around the con. Is they just hand out little Valentines or just did little interactions like that kind of made it more of a holiday and less of a sad day.
Well, coming from a single guy myself, I'm fairly content. I'm not one of the guys who will complain about being single on Valentine's Day. In fact, I've already done my part. So.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, I got a card in the mail from this guy.
Oh, that's so sweet.
No.
Say something
You
that
know,
hurts me
Jose
really fast.
Casabona is a very common name. I'm pretty sure you could have
Yeah,
gotten
I'm
it.
not for anybody.
What's got you?
Okay, but Valentine's Day, like, I don't know, but I see it a lot on my Facebook feed and my Tumblr feed. It's like Happy Singles Awareness Day, you know.
Oh, come
and then
on.
also, like, nobody posts about Valentine's Day with your significant others because I'm single. I'm just like, okay, stop making Valentine's Day about yourself and start celebrating it with people you do love. Like,
Yeah,
you're
it
not
doesn't have to be about
it doesn't
romance.
have it doesn't have to be about romance. There's different types of love. There's familial love, there's friend love.
There's brotherly love. Ain't that right,
Sometimes-
Tyler?
That's right.
Sometimes you just
Come to me, brother.
you just love your chocolate.
Embrace
Sometimes
me.
you love your Dr. Pepper.
Sometimes you
That
just
is
sit in
so
bed with
hetero
your
right
soda
now.
and watch, you know, your
Seriously,
favorite
sometimes you
anime or
just-
show or whatever.
Sometimes you just show your love for Supernatural,
Yeah.
marathon it all day, maybe cry your eyes
There-
out, maybe
there's
laugh
your
your ass
love.
off. You never
There's
know.
your Valentine's
There you go.
Day, you know? You don't have to make
Yeah.
everybody miserable
I made
and
a
woe
short-
is me.
I made a short little post about that too, where I was just more happy to see that my friends, regardless of their relationship status or whatever, that they were being treated right that day. Like, you know, so what, they're in a relationship or they're in a bad relationship, it's not the greatest of all great ones, but they took the time out of the day and someone gave them flowers, made them feel nice, did whatever. I'm like, I'm just glad you guys are getting treated well the way you deserve to be, even if you're not in a good relationship. You're getting it today, so
That's actually a very nice thing for you to
have
say.
at
I
it.
mean, that's actually a good example of, like, general kindness.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
honestly, I feel like what the day should promote, not so much, did you know you're single? Did you know you're sad and lonely? Well, here's a reminder. No, that's what Tuesday's for. Thanks, Tuesday.
But I fear that the problem is that with single people who are so fixated in wanting to get into a relationship, they take that stuff so literally.
Personal.
It's
Take
damn
it very
hard.
personal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
And I
how
mean, it
dare
is-
you be affectionate to
yeah.
each other in front of me?
It's
while
really
I'm
hard
passing
to
you.
I mean,
be
like,
single
yeah.
for a long time or to deal with things like that, but it's a part of life that people waver on.
For like
it's
the
just-
longest time, my mom and my dad were my Valentines, and they would wake me up at like 6 in the morning to give me like chocolate chip heart waffles on Valentine's Day.
That
Which
sounds
is not good to
delicious.
wake me up at 6 in the morning. It's very dangerous, but enough
I
said.
want with my life. Oh, chocolate.
But yeah,
Chocolate
so-
and
no.
coffee.
But yeah,
But
Valentine's.
yeah, so
tons
love
of-
was definitely in the air at KatsuCon, but not in the sickeningly overwhelming part where it just made you want to
Well,
jump
there-
off the Capitol Hill.
Stuff in the air.
Washington Monument.
I know there was some other stuff in the air. at
Like-
KatsuCon,
Oh my
which,
gosh.
I would say smoke, perhaps.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You
Okay.
mean the wildfire that broke out spontaneously from all that hot cosplay?
See, everything was going fine until the Fire
Fire
Nation
Nation
attacked.
Actually, I got a picture of
Everyone-
a group that had a sign for that posted on my Snapchat, and I got it posted on my cosplay page.
Nice.
They
Yeah.
were just like, we ran to Walgreens as soon as it happened because we had a shoot scheduled for today, so we were like, we're making this happen because they saw the meme and they're like, oh god, we're the Fire Nation.
For those who don't know, even though I'm pretty sure by now they do know.
Everyone knows.
If you're listening to the Black Files, if you know anything about what we do, then you know the world we cover. If you know the world we cover, you know about the KatsuCon fire. Never forget.
Yeah, I
We're going to
believe.
get into detail on it.
Yeah,
you
you got
guys go
two,
ahead. I'm
two
going to go
very rare
crap on myself.
survivors.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
we're so fortunate to be
Where-
alive.
Hold on. I think I hear Alan Jackson in the background there.
Oh no.
Where were you when the con
Oh
fire?
god.
We're kind of
No.
nervous.
Stop.
No
Tyler,
donuts
stop
for
him.
you.
Tyler, stop it, please.
I can't stop
Where
that.
were
I'm
about to set
you?
this house on fire.
Okay, excuse me.
Wacho, please. I really, really want to live
It's
in
not my
this
Raven's
fault.
house.
Queen.
It's Alan Jackson's fault.
Raven,
He's trying to make money off of other people's tragedy.
Raven Flock Queen here, sit down.
It's not my fault. Alan Jackson.
Queen, sit.
Alan Jackson's
Sit.
trying to take a tragedy and monetize
Wait.
it.
If
It's
you're
not my
a
fault.
queen, what does that make her?
Queen.
A boss
We're the queens.
and the boss.
I would say Duchess.
No, we
I would
got
say
a queen
Duchess.
and we got a boss. So when we go look in business, on the boss, but if we look at monarchy, monarchy,
Monarchy.
if we got to queen, I think look at anarchy, Tyler.
Hey, ladies.
My bodyguard. I don't know if you saw
Anarchy over
those photos. He's the bodyguard.
He's so
for
Kevin
us.
Costner.
And I'm responsible for everything that's happened.
This is all your damn fault. I hope you're
And
happy.
you're either gonna be like the accountant, am I here? Am I say here? You're gonna be the advisor, and her say here. And whatever happens, we'll be like, Jose told me to do it.
Exactly. It's always Jose's fault, and when something good goes, it's always us.
Yep, exactly.
Wow.
Thanks. Great.
And
I'm
back to the
proud of
Katsu
yourself.
fire.
You just got you
But
so.
Yeah, back to the
So,
Katsu fire.
also
So,
Katsu-
explain. Like, tell us everything
Alright,
about it.
As far as my perspective of everything, I was lucky enough to be in my hotel room when it happened. We actually heard the little like sirens, like rah, rah. So it's
Sounds like a
me
lame
and
duck.
like it was my 2 other roommates and I in the room. I was getting ready for a shoot, so I just get my makeup on, and I'm like, is that someone's cosplay? I think that's someone's cosplay, because knowing cosplay, someone's got a megaphone and someone's hitting the siren button, so we're like, whatever, it's probably like Frankie from One Piece or something, being Frankie from One Piece. I don't know.
Wow.
Seriously,
It's probably a JoJo.
straight- Seriously, I was like,
Probably.
it could be JoJo, it could be One Punch Man, I don't know, it could be anything.
It could even be a flippant siren.
I know. It could be a fire alarm, but that would be outrageous.
That would be
That's
crazy.
unthinkable.
Ugh.
So we
That
had
would
one of the
never
rooms that was facing the atrium and the gazebo. So we were pretty much all of us were in the bathroom area. We're like, man, it's a little too consistent. I don't know. We're like, I'm kind of getting worried. I was like, all right, just look out at the balcony. If everyone's cleared out, it's real and we're screwed. And we're like, ha 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 ha. We walk over, everyone's gone, we're screwed.
Oh my god.
we see the lights flashing across the way on the wall, and we're like, oh shit.
You got left behind.
Oh my
No. You know, we opened the door and we heard, please evacuate the building, and we're just like, ah, shit.
Deimos, please tell me you had a little better luck than that.
Mine's actually worse.
So, long story short, we just pretty much, I had time to bundle up, thankfully, because I was like, oh, well, we're evacuating, we're going outside. So I start getting, like, jackets and pants on and stuff. Now, one of my dear friends who was in my room with me was in a really beautiful Sakazo Julieta cosplay.
Oh.
Huge ball gown, like 4 tiers, and was absolutely beautiful. Had this really nice ruching underneath the bottom skirt that looks like a theater curtain, and it was all done by hand. So in the evacuation, as you've seen before, people can be cattle, and you just kind of like are on top of one another. So everyone was stepping on the back of her dress and completely pulled out the bottom of it, and she was really devastated about it. So that was the worst thing that happened to me in the evacuation. Aside from standing outside and like it was like what
Dying.
I want to say it was like the temperature was like it was like
We
16
looked
or
at our
something.
phone. We looked at, I know my roommates and I, we looked at my roommate's phone. It was about 15, 16 degrees out with the wind chill. It was literally too cold the entire weekend to snow.
Yeah, I think so with the wind chill, it dropped it down to like 3 degrees or something ridiculous like
It
that.
was 20 and it dropped it to 16.
Yeah, it was something like that. It was
Yeah.
something ridiculous like that. So either way, it was definitely under 20 degrees, regardless of what it was. It felt like it was under 20 degrees.
Oh my
I guess I
goodness.
don't really have
And
too
you
much room to complain, considering that in New York, it was apparently 5 degrees up
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
and the wind chill brought it down to 20 below.
Yeah,
Jesus.
it got
But-
really,
but,
really
like,
harsh.
Like, on the one hand, we've got super, super bad cold, too cold to snow, but on the other hand, you have a goddamn fire
I mean,
at the con at the same
Yeah,
time.
but if you
so
look at
I guess that kinda
National
beats it.
Harbor, it's literally an island. Like, you
Yeah.
have to cross a bridge to get onto it. And the Gaylord, luckily, is actually on the more secluded, I guess, side of National Harbor, where you're facing Alexandria, Virginia, not DC. So you're not
But
in,
you're also on the water.
yeah,
too,
you're on the
so-
water. You're on the water irregardless. But that being said, it was more blocked than it would have if the Gaylord was on the other side of
So
the
the
island.
island, because then you have a whole bunch of sea
Yeah.
breeze. But then
Then you
again,
have the
with it
sea
being-
breeze, but
with
it still wraps
With
around.
it facing the coast, then you at least have the effect of the surrounding area, sort of
I
giving
mean,
you
like,
the cul-de-sac.
yeah, there was like
I get it.
buildings and stuff
Yeah, so
surrounding
that-
us.
so that defeats-
Yeah, when I
It's
first
diffused
caught
a little bit, but it's still too windy.
when I
so-
first caught wind of like the fire, like on the group page of KatsuCon, I immediately messaged you, Pixel.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, are you okay? Everything all right?
Yeah, I mean, everyone in my room got out okay. Everyone was okay. The only thing that really happened in my experience is when we were walking out of the building, I did smell smoke, so that's why I was like, oh, this is real. This is a real thing.
Yeah.
But apparently it was contained in under a couple minutes. It wasn't a huge fire. It was just out of control enough to set off the alarm. It was contained. It was never like
It wasn't
It
a
never
wildfire.
spread.
They
Yeah.
had 4 fire trucks there.
Yeah,
they
no,
had
they're, like,
4
immediately on the
ambulances there, like immediate response.
And if anything,
we were
people
only
will
out there
probably-
for like 30, 45 minutes.
Where were you for 30 or 40 minutes?
Stop,
Oh my
please.
God.
Sing my ass off in the parking garage.
Oh my
Same.
god. Well, I'm glad that you two made it out in one piece.
My story is a little
One
bit worse than
piece.
that.
Oh my
One
gosh.
piece.
Apparently-
Yes.
Frankie cosplayers being all loud and shit.
So many.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
weird.
mine is actually a little bit worse because Pixel here was a little bit more smart
I wasn't
than my room.
I was about that cold weather.
Please
So
tell us,
wait,
Deimos.
we were up on the 5th floor. My significant other, my 2 roommates, who are, as I said before, my con parents, they had gone down to the con floor, and we were in there for like a couple minutes, and we didn't have a room facing the atrium or anything. We were facing like a roof that was really pretty because it was like rocks and like plants and everything. Anyway, so we didn't have the luxury of saying, "Oh, everyone has evacuated the con floor," and we were up on the 5th floor.
Were you also left behind?
I'm getting there.
Alright,
So
let Deimos tell the story.
they came back and they're just like, so everybody's leaving the con floor? It might be a fluke. So we're just sitting there. My significant other and I just finished our makeup because we're getting into our Wari no Seraph cosplays, and I slip on for my Mika cosplay, because of the long boots, I wear breeches, which just go past the knee, and they're lined with satin because they belong to my Francis Bonifay, aka France, from Italia. They belong to one of his cosplays. And I'm sitting there, and I'm in my button-up, I'm in tights, and my satin-lined breeches, and my significant other is just sitting in their binder and the skinny jeans. We're just getting ready, wig caps on, makeup done. And then the fire alarm went off.
No,
And we're
don't
just
tell
like,
me. Oh god.
we were honestly just like, it's probably just fake. So we sit in there for like in
we
my
all
opinion,
are,
Yeah.
but like in my opinion, like in my practice, like I used to live in a condo where the fire alarm would go off in both the garage and my condo building every other Wednesday. So I've been conditioned to ignore fire alarms.
Jeez, that is the worst.
Yes. So it's going
Wow.
off, and my roommates leave after a couple minutes, like, oh, maybe it is real. So we take a couple more minutes. My significant other is like, let me put on my shoes for fair. They're 6-inch stripper boots.
Jeez.
And I'm just like,
Oh my.
don't put those on. Put on my cardigan and put on my shoes. So I'm just sitting there with like breeches and a button-down shirt and heels. And we go outside. No wigs on, nothing. I grab my purse because it has my military ID, my driver's license, and my card, and our room key. No phones for either of us.
Oh,
We
Lord.
go, I peek out first, and I'm just like, oh, hotel staff is leaving. Let's go.
Now
But-
it's time to get
Yeah,
Oh
now
my
it's time
Lord.
to go.
Now it's okay. when
So
we're
we
seeing
go
the
down,
building
yeah.
crawl.
So we're going. Luckily, though, my room was like right next to a stairwell. So we go down the stairwell, and the problem with a lot of cosplayers is it was so cold that they were standing in the stairwell on like floor 1 and 2, not evacuating the building. So it's like becoming congested in the stairwells. On floors 1 and 2, because they were sitting against the wall, not evacuating the building, and we're just like, they're
There's a
evacuating
fire.
the building, guys.
Like, there's
We
a
need to
fire
go.
alarm
We need
going
to
off.
go. Like,
We
who
need
cares
to
about
move.
your cosplays? Your life is more important. So
Cosplay
we go.
can be replaced.
Yeah, exactly.
Lives
Lives
cannot.
can't. So we leave, and like we're trying to like stay calm and everything like that. Like, what's going on? What's going on? And then we see the fire trucks, and we're just like, oh shit.
Ugh.
So, but we were like really cold at that point. Like, we were standing in the sun. And we were just like, let's get somewhere where we're warm. And
Why did you try to go to the
we
fire?
went
Wow.
into the.
I'm sorry, that was instinctive. I'm sorry, that was.
We went into the garage across the street
Uh-huh.
because we were just like, let's get across the street in case this goes, up in fire.
Yeah.
So
Kind of
we
important.
go there, and it's like we're trying to find out from other people what's going on. I heard that 4 people got injured from trying to exit, but I mean, like, you have over thousands of people in the hotel.
At
like,
least
of course-
2,000.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
Yeah, more than that, actually.
Yeah, I don't even know what the final number
Yeah.
is, but I know it was. I think last year was like 10,000 people.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
it's
geez.
a really
See, I'm over.
top-
I'm
like,
underestimating.
it's top
I'm
5
thinking-
like if
cons.
you see the evacuation pictures, there's a lot of
Yeah.
people.
We
There's-
saw.
So we
saw.
were going
Yeah.
in, when we were going in, like, we didn't have, like, people trampling over us, but then they were, like, they let us in on the opposite side where, like, the actual convention rooms were. And we passed by hotel security, and we heard on their walkie-talkie there was a fire in the kitchen. So we're just like, oh, shit. And so then they come up over the intercom, and it sounded like they said there was no fire at all. And then we found out later, at least I found out later that night via the Katsu Twitter, thankfully I follow it, that there was a small electrical fire. So
Oh, okay.
One thing
super
I did
contained.
see-
We just blamed the maid cafe.
Like, you said that too. We're like maids being quiet, you can't cook or nothing, setting fires in the kitchen. Bad waifu.
You had one job to do, waifus. In the
Seriously?
One job!
Well, they have to wear kitten mittens, though.
There we go. That's
Those are-
why.
That's what it was. They make up and caught on fire.
Oh my goodness.
Cooking is so fun. Cooking is so fun.
Oh god.
But yeah,
Please.
one really cool thing that I saw when we were evacuating was that there was a lot of people without proper clothing on, and some people were actually giving up their coats and scarves to people who did not have enough
Yeah.
on them. Because I know some people were complaining about getting frostbite or feeling they're getting frostbite just because of how bad that wind was. It was like my personally, even though I was bundled up, my lips were completely chapped by the time I got back inside.
Same.
That's just how fast that wind was hitting us. It was crazy. It was
Yeah.
very consistent too. It wasn't like a very like
And it was heavy.
yeah.
and
I
consistent.
stumbled a couple
Yeah.
times. Like
Jesus.
I'm a pretty solid person, and I was stumbling as I was walking because that's how much resistance there was.
It was like really bad Friday night too, even because I mean I was in my ball gown as Anastasia down by the river doing photo shoots, and I was being knocked all over the place
By the wind?
by
Yeah.
the wind. So I mean, like I have trouble breathing when it gets to like extreme temperatures like that. So like it wasn't fun for me out there. Like my significant other was like trying to keep me warm because I wasn't breathing right.
the things we do for cosplay.
Yeah, and like I was.
Oh my
I was
goodness.
Art is
too
art
cold
is
not
pain.
only to talk or breathe, but I was too cold to even shiver. So it was horrible outside. And I have body temperature control issues anyways, so it was not good.
It could be argued that perhaps you were shivering so quickly and so short that it just went to like a very dull vibration. And
Probably.
that's probably just how
Yeah.
cold it went.
More like
But it was
bottom line, it was cold.
it was cold.
It was
cold.
But staff, Katsu staff, hotel staff handled it so quickly,
Yeah.
so efficiently. Like, I've never been in a hotel like that has handled it so efficiently. Like when I was at Otakon, I know Jose knows about this. When I was at Otakon, some drunk ass guy flipped the fire alarm. And hotel
Wow.
staff wasn't even helping us get back to our rooms. I had a friend at the time who had an asthma attack, and everyone in the, like all the guests were helping us get back to our room via the elevator. But hotel staff wasn't helping anyone. Katsu staff, our Gaylord staff was so efficient, so wonderful, and keeping everyone calm and happy too. I saw a couple of the firemen actually handing out blankets too to
Blankets of cocoa?
cosplayers.
Yeah.
Because it was so cold.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, wow.
Actually, when it all happened, I ran across to the Wyndham with some friends, and because they were staying over there. And the Wyndham was offering like temporary shelter for people. They're offering everyone coffee and stuff too. So like most of the hotels were, I guess everyone who was in the area who had something to do with the situation, staff or otherwise, just really well prepared for it, really on top of
Yeah.
it.
Do you
Yeah.
think that maybe they run drills like this or something? It seems like something
Possibly,
Yeah.
or
I mean,
the
they're
staffs of each high-ranking officials and staff have, meetings with different hotels and say if this happens, we'll accept
Right.
your guests
In case
into
of
it. Yeah, in
emergency.
case of emergency.
True.
Because I
Um,
imagine they have a
yeah.
lot more harsher weather out there too.
Yeah.
Because they probably get pretty bad thunderstorms. They probably get snowstorms. I don't know
Yeah.
what else they could get.
I'm just glad there wasn't a blizzard on Saturday when that
No,
happened.
but that following Tuesday after KatsuCon, apparently it like downpoured in snow. It
Oh
was,
my
It
goodness.
was like really heavy snow. A blizzard came through the next day.
You guys got lucky.
Two or
We did.
three friends stayed afterwards just to see it. Because they were like, I've never seen
The
snow.
con gods blessed KatsuCon, and they gave their sacred fire to pass along
Well,
to the
typically-
the fire was a sacrifice.
Yeah, but typically what I've heard is it does blizzard at least during Katsu, and nobody can leave.
Well, last year that's what happened to me. Is
yeah.
I had to delay my way home because I was staying in Virginia while I was at KatsuCon, and we drove back over to my friend's parents' house, and we got snowed in and we couldn't leave.
Oh
so
my
I had to
goodness,
call my
that's
job and be
terrible.
like, I'm not gonna be back on time.
Yeah.
What happened?
probably
I'm
hate
stuck.
me.
What happened? I'm stuck in a snowball in Virginia.
But I'm dressed really cute, so it's okay.
I actually
I
do
brought
remember
the
you telling me
cute
about
clothes,
that.
so we're
So
good.
we're
Yeah,
okay.
nice.
My wig is keeping me warm.
Well, extreme weather aside,
Yeah.
I'm glad that you two enjoyed
Yeah.
KatsuCon. You
Oh,
guys
gosh,
had
yeah.
terrific
Speaking of people at Katsu and the fire and everything, I heard that there was a restaurant that wasn't allowing guests from Katsu into the restaurant. For
I
a few
read about
minutes.
that.
How come-
That was
What's that
I didn't
about?
hear about
It
that.
was a manager. I heard about it actually from people at Katsu, and then I read about it, and they weren't like they were willing to pay for hot drinks, but like finally after like enough demand and everything, the manager let them in. So, but it's like we're freezing our asses out here. We're willing to buy drinks. Let us in.
Oh, like one of the restaurants on the
Yeah,
street.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Like,
Yeah,
where-
well, that
where
was because
pe-
a lot of people, like, I remember walking by on the way to the Wyndham. I remember walking by a CVS that was there, and there was people, like, literally pouring out of the building, and I'm like, those poor employees gotta deal with that
Wow.
crap
Yeah.
for, like, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Because that was my plan. I was like, oh, I'll just be, like, I wasn't even in costume, so I'm like, no one will recognize me. I'm incognito right now. So I was like, I'm gonna
Ignore me.
I'm gonna go to Chipotle, and I'm gonna chill out for 20 minutes.
They'll never know that I'm a complete weeb
Exactly.
in disguise.
And then I open my shirt, and it's a nerd shirt. They're like, "Oh, you're one of them." I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, burrito,
Oh Lord.
Give me a
That's
hot
what
bowl right now.
right now."
Like a 419, Paisley has made its way into the CVS. As you speak, Paisley has made its way in. Request assistance or immediate evacuation.
Yeah, but,
God almighty.
I mean, it was fun seeing photos from like my friends staying across the street, just to be like, haha, look at what you guys had to go through today. I was like,
Yeah.
shut
True.
up,
And then, yeah, they're like,
While you're
"I'm not in the
just, while you're
house
just
now."
flipping
flipping them off.
Hey, y'all went to a con. Y'all had fun. Y'all had a great
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
and that's
Great
something
time.
to.
I mean, even
take
with
from
the
it.
fire drill, everyone was still like, even though we had to evacuate, we made a lot of new acquaintances. We were
Yeah,
having
yeah.
fun while freezing our asses off.
That
You and
was
Pixel are
very
getting
true.
acquainted right now.
Exactly. And see, we
Exactly.
shared that pain.
You have a common bond, and Alan Jackson's singing about it.
Oh,
Making money
my
out of it.
gosh.
Don't you fucking.
I'm not actually singing it. It's Alan Jackson. He's trying to make money out of tragedies. It's not my fault. It's his.
Okay.
But
There's something.
The
Yeah.
really crazy part that really happened after the fire, or that I saw that I laughed at, was people on like the Facebook page for KatsuCon saying, "I want a refund." And we're
Oh my god.
I was like, it was 1 hour.
We were laughing about that. We were laughing about that, tucked in our like beds, warming up and everything after the fire. We were sitting there on the KatsuCon page and on the Twitter too,
Yeah.
and people were just like, "We want a refund." And we're just sitting there like, "You guys are so stupid."
Like,
Like,
seriously, it's like Saturday afternoon. It's a little too late for a weekend
Exactly.
pass refund.
exactly. Also,
And it was 1 hour.
Katsu says when you buy the passes online,
Not
they don't
refundable.
give a refund for anything.
Yeah,
Even if you miss the
seriously.
con due to weather, there's no refund.
Yeah, and not only that, they rescheduled all the missed panels and photo shoots that happened, and the time frame
Yeah.
they rescheduled it later in the day. So you literally missed nothing. So
Exactly.
I'm like, what are you bitching about?
You got to
Right?
meet awesome new people while sitting in a garage.
I can't handle spontaneous
People-
situations.
People will find.
Wow.
The thing is,
Really?
people will find some reason to complain and some reason to raise a stink.
I think it's
Actually-
honestly just to get their money back.
Yeah, I was about
Yeah.
to say, like, it
That's all
doesn't
it
sound like
is.
they were actually too distressed, because it sounded like
Yeah.
everyone was kind of being, like, nice and cooperative.
There
These
was-
are just
yeah.
people being cheap.
There was a lot of cooperation. There was a lot of camaraderie.
Yeah.
Yay.
And like even people, the
Camaraderie,
normies driving past on the island were letting like swarms of con goers across the street to get warm and everything like that. And they
That's
weren't
true.
honking or
That is
flipping them
so
off as
cool.
DC is usually.
Well, that's very good.
All
That's
about,
awesome.
so-
That's awesome.
so-
That's actually a fresh thing to.
Yeah.
My
Yeah,
only
it's
real
pretty
complaint about it was the food was so expensive.
It was. I went to
That's
the
DC
bar.
though.
I went to the
I'm
bar.
not surprised.
Everywhere in DC.
Yeah.
I paid $25 for a burger and fries.
I
And a
paid
Yeah.
cider.
like $12.
Yeah,
I
It must
paid
have been the best
$12 for
goddamn
a
burger
drink.
and fries then.
It was good. It was. I would not pay it again, but it was good.
Like,
Well, if you went to Nationals at Con, they had fish and chips for like $16, which is a usual
Yeah.
price.
Oh, I mean,
That's still pricey though. That's DC pricey though.
Yeah.
Right.
That is DC
yeah,
pricey, but I
it was
mean, like,
good
it's the
food,
same as
though. It was,
Epcot.
Yeah.
it was high
Yeah.
quality, so it was nice, but
Yeah.
it wasn't like I wouldn't be jumping back into it. Just be like, gotta have me that burger again.
I mean, like, if you
True.
guys do go to Katsu, I strongly suggest like buying food at like CVS or something like
I
that.
suggest we road trip to Katsu. I mean,
No, I never want to do that 14 14 hours
versus a 2-hour flight. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, fine,
$100. It's $100
Yeah.
flying from
Now,
Tampa,
see-
Orlando to DC.
Yeah, well, not even.
And
My
gas is
friends
the
bought
same,
their flights
practically.
Yeah,
early
exactly.
enough, and they racked up enough points between like frequent flyers and all that, to where they like one friend only paid $11 after all of her things was said and
Wow.
done. But
True.
like my flight too was only like 65, and thanks to said people and said situations, I had to delay my flight and then change my flight and all this and that. So mine ended up being rather expensive, like $180 on the way back. But if I had done it at the proper time, like I wanted to, it would have only been like 65 together. So I maybe would have spent $200 on flight.
I think
and,
a minor
travel.
inconvenience such as
And,
having
like
a
Ubering
flight.
in
Yeah.
between, it would have been like $200.
I think a minor inconvenience such as a flight being delayed it would be a better toss up than suffering the road trip.
My flight got
Okay, no, I was the only driver in my car. So 14 hours. We drove from Tallahassee, but it was 14 hours with gas stops, rest stops to stretch.
Pee breaks.
Yeah, pee breaks.
emotional breakdown moments.
There was a lot of those there was a lot of dubstep happening in my car though. Although my car was a party car, it was not fun. I was getting really irritable, and then when we hit Tallahassee, a coyote ran in front of my car.
Oh my god!
Mind you, it was 2 a.m. too. So a coyote
that
ran in
sounds
front of
right.
my car, and I like slammed on the brakes. I was going 70 down I-10, completely. There, in case you guys have not been down I-10, there's no lights on I-10
Yeah.
whatsoever.
Okay.
So I'm
what
going
high beams
70,
are for.
75. Yeah, I was using my high beams, and a coyote runs right in front of me, stops, and looks, and I'm like, I guess it ran off because I didn't hit
Tell
it.
me for the
But
love
I
of God.
slammed
that
on my brakes, and I was screaming, and my significant other who's sitting in the passenger seat, who didn't see it, was just like, "What's wrong? What's wrong? You're okay. You're okay. We're fine. We're fine." I was like, "There's a dog in the road. In the road.
Holy
In
crap.
the road."
Like, you don't need this kind of aggravation. This is on your way
No.
back from Katsu.
Yeah,
right?
that's on my way back from Katsu.
Oh,
You
yeah,
don't
so
need
you're already
this.
tired. Oh, yeah.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, we were exhausted. On the way up from Katsu, we stopped in Georgia and took a 2-hour power nap. And then I was driving after freshly waking up, no coffee, nothing. And I'm just like, we need to stop at the next restaurant because I need coffee right now. I'm falling
Like, I'm
asleep.
Pixel
I'm
on your
hitting my
flight back was there
face.
flying coyote.
Not a flying coyote.
I think they have a name for those. They're called condors.
But they did hand out free drinks on the flight, though.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
So
Well,
that was because it was Valentine's Day. But I was like, hell yeah.
There's one other thing that we kind of need to like address on there.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Hang on.
talking
I
about
got
the-
this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Please tell me, did you guys see One Punch Man?
Because apparently
Wait,
he was
which
there.
one are we talking about?
We're talking about the one who left his mark on the wall after punching a
All right.
hole.
My only thing about
Jesus.
this is I get why people punching the hole in the wall. That's stupid. Whatever happened, whether it was an accident, it was on purpose, you were angry, you were drunk, I don't care. That was just stupid. My thing that I laughed about is that someone put
That's fucking
the
posted.
sign there, but the part that made me happy was they put it on tape and didn't write it on the wall.
Yeah,
No.
that's what
So
I'm happy about.
I was like, shame on you.
but also
But
good
like-
for
Shame
you.
on you.
Now Tyler can testify that's an insult to One Punch Man because
That is
if
an
he was
insult to
there,
One Punch Man.
there would be no building.
Yeah, if he were to punch the building, then
Maybe
the
he
building.
sneezed.
Unless the building, yeah.
Maybe he
No,
sneezed.
you know what I
don't
think
He
it
just
was?
there.
It was Makishima Yusuke from Yaomushi Pedal covering it up because he does punch a wall.
Yes.
So he was
Yes.
covering it up, pretending it was Saitama, but instead of Saitama, it says One Punch Man. There, that's what happened.
And that, yeah.
Like, and actually, now that we're bringing that up, like that's just that's actually like one example of like some really bad con etiquette.
Yeah, no,
and that's
don't
not
do
just
that.
that's not just a Katsu. That's a bunch of cons. I'm pretty sure you remember. Was it 2012 or 2011? The diet.
2012.
2012. Yeah.
Yeah, that was-
okay.
that was shitty.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
And since we're friends with the owner of ShadowCon, Chris Kalina, I apologize in advance. That
know.
was
What's up, Chris?
ShadowCon 2012. Some jackass, I don't know whether they were trying to wait for the bathroom in the lobby or whatever.
What happened was that they shut down the hotel early. Like, the hotel staff shut down the con early. At, like, right on the dot 3 o'clock. And people got pissed and started, like, almost rioting was the rumor, but I didn't see that. And then
And so
this
it-
guy decides to do this.
And
Terrible.
then some guy decides, you know what? In protest, I shall defecate upon the fire escape
stairwell.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And this is like a
Jesus.
hotel that was like
This is before
currently
your time,
under
Deimos.
construction. It was like getting refurbished and everything.
Right.
It was like a high scale Hilton.
Now that was bad,
That's
but
gorgeous.
based on the pictures that I saw from KatsuCon, I can't tell if it's worse than that, because there was like a picture of an exit sign that was torn down from the ceiling and it's just dangling there.
But okay, those things are so like I'm not saying like you can do that because obviously you can't. It's there for fire code reasons.
But it's too easy to rip
It's too
down.
easy to rip down because you see these jackasses and these dude bros going down, and not even just cosplayers. It could be anybody.
Yeah.
They go down and they think they're so cool. They jump up and hit the exit sign as hard as they can. Like that's not okay for anyone to do that. That's there for fire safety. That's there for people who can't hear, so they see the exit sign and where to go. Like, you're literally causing even more panic by doing that in case of a fire escape.
Oh,
yeah,
and look,
no,
we did
jeez.
need one.
Oh, look it, we did.
Right.
But,
You know?
I mean, my only qualm about that is that we have no proof about who did what. We don't know who punched the wall. We don't know who, like the bathroom flooding. That was something that was on the hotel's end and their piping and their maintenance. That
Yeah.
had nothing to do with the con goers.
Because my bathroom actually almost flooded because the pipes were just too small to handle so much volume at one time. So my bathroom almost flooded Sunday night because of how
many people
bad it
probably
was.
were using
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
we
The
don't-
flooding part can be forgiven.
Right, the
because-
flooding part was obviously something out of the control, unless someone intentionally stuffed their toilet or was doing something stupid in that regard, which there was no evidence of. It was just the hallway flooding a little bit, like past the door, which the hotel staff was notified about, and they handled it because they're really good.
True. And there was another picture, like, inside of a hotel room, I think. I think it was in a bathroom. It was, like, not graffiti per se, but, like, someone just decided to be cool and just write KatsuCon or something like that.
They
it was a
apparently
bathroom stall.
yeah, they sharpied it into the inside door of the bathroom stall.
Yeah, but-
that one
really
I don't know. Again,
that's-
we don't know who did that.
Yeah, but it's something teens would do because if you
Yeah.
look at like public school restrooms, they're graffitied and Sharpie and
Yeah, which obviously, if you
scratching
ever
and
set foot in the
everything.
hotel, immediately you know it is nothing like that. It is very elegant, very, very nice.
But
Like,
it's gorgeous.
it is a gorgeous
It is.
place. Absolutely gorgeous place.
Wancho, what's up?
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, and when you get a convention hosted by a hotel like the Gaylord over here, and with and you get this kind of a respectable venue, you got to reciprocate their respect. You got to show it back by treating it like, okay, you know how they say, you know, make yourself at home or treat it like you're at your friend's house or whatever. You got to go one step above that. You treat it like you're at a goddamn upscale hotel.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
leave it nice. If you feel like stealing the towel, reconsider. Don't actually steal the towel for these. These are nice towels.
Yeah.
They didn't do anything to you. And odds are this is probably
they
the kind
have
of
friends
hotel
here.
that'll bill you for the
Right.
towel anyway.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so
But like, I mean, when you think of Gaylord, when any American thinks of a Gaylord hotel, they think automatic elegance. And this goes without say for any convention. When you're staying at that hotel, you want to treat it nicely so that the con can come back the following years. And so people who haven't been to these cons like AWA or Katsu or Oda can have the same experience that you had at the con, at the host hotel, whatever it may be. You don't want them to say, oh, the cosplay community is really shitty and horrible people that graffiti or destroy our hotels. We don't want it anymore. You want to treat,
I don't think there's a venue that could hold KatsuCon at this point.
No, there's not.
There is no other.
There
they'd
is
have
no
to
other
move-
venue.
They probably have to either move states or just move.
They'd have to go to
counties.
Baltimore
Yeah.
and hold it in the
well,
convention
that's
center.
the funny thing
Yeah.
is, Otakon is
Otakon's-
rumored to go to the Gaylord as well.
Yeah.
Then the next following year, not this year, the next year.
Yeah,
No,
it was-
not this
it's
year,
literally
next year.
like because I went to Oda last year and it's too big for the venue now, and that's 4 buildings in a con center
Yeah.
in Baltimore.
So,
True.
I mean,
So.
it's cool they're expanding, but this is something that's going to happen. Like, I can only imagine the damage Dragon Con Hotel sustained over the weekend because that is a
Wow.
very heavy drinking convention.
It is.
yeah,
So
it's a party con.
I'll experience it for the first time this year myself.
Yay!
But we'll see. Like, I don't know, but yeah, I can only imagine. And those are all very nice upscale hotels
Yeah.
too. So I don't know. It could be the con community. It could have been the younger crowd because I imagine
Yeah.
Dragon does not draw in as young a crowd as KatsuCon
Yeah.
would.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
yeah, exactly. I mean, like, not everybody, like 100%, not everybody is like, sloppy like that in the con scene. I mean, there's those of us who are educated, well mannered, and
Well,
kudos to
for the
them.
most part, because if that were the case, then the entire place would be trash if we were all like that.
Yeah.
So it could have been 1 or 2 people just being jackasses.
Or drunk.
Or drunk, who knows?
Or it could have even been non-convention attendees
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
the hotel.
What
Right,
I
and then-
love is when you checked in for Katsu, they gave you a set of rules for the hotel, and there was no outside alcohol allowed in the hotel, and no partying in any of the rooms. And I love that because I have been kept up by rooms who have been partying, and it's rude.
Well-
it's rude when it's 2, 3 in the morning and you're trying to go to sleep because you have photo shoots at 8, 9, 10 in the morning, or panels at 8, 9, 10 in the morning.
Well, the fun thing about that is, I don't know if a lot of people knew this, but there is a club inside the hotel called Pose.
Yeah.
And if you go to the bodyguard, you present to him your ID, you go inside, you show them your room key and what room you're staying in, and they give you a private elevator up to a 9th floor, and they have a whole 21 and up partying area where you can get your own alcohol. There's a huge dance floor, really cool, really awesome place to be.
There you go.
So I'm like, so that there you go. You
There
can
you go.
literally
Jesus.
party
But-
until 3 a.m. and
There
without
are
bugging
people
anybody.
who like to sneak in alcohol because they're all under 21.
Uh-huh.
Well,
There's always that crowd.
Honestly, the only reason why I would sneak in alcohol is because they charge you $14 for a mojito.
Yeah,
The only reason why.
$12 for a Bellini.
Yeah, seriously. So sometimes those drink prices are a little outrageous. So I could see someone's maybe
Yeah.
carrying a flask or two because they don't want to die by Sunday.
But
'cause
like
they have no
that's
money.
it's, and I know probably going to get a lot of shit for this, but like I don't like the Florida con community. But like the KatsuCon is nothing like I've experienced. They're so nice and everything. Like there's cons here in Florida that I wish I was day drunk through. Like me being 23, I wish I was day drunk through it because it was just there's horrible people who don't like me, et cetera, whatever it may be. But Katsu was one of the cons that I really was happy, and I wasn't actually saying I really need a drink right
Well,
now.
you don't feel as anxious as you do. That's one cool thing is, like when I was talking to people who were there, people were from the area, they're like, oh yeah, I'm local. They get bored with it. They're not as thrilled by it as we are, and they have their own complaints too. So KatsuCon is not some dreamland. It's just nice to go that
It's
far away
nicer.
from home.
Yeah.
And not, you don't run into that guy. You don't
Yeah.
run into, oh god, this person. You don't run into, that person was really mean to me on the internet. You don't see half of those people if you see them at all, even if they're there, because it is just such a huge venue, and you're so far from home. As long as you go with a good group of friends, you are guaranteed to have a good time.
Exactly. I mean, that really goes for any con. Even, like, we get bored of MetroCon because we're here in Tampa.
No, I've had friends who come from Colorado, and they're like, this is the greatest thing ever! They've
Yeah.
never seen anything. Like,
True.
we are, like, I think we are the only ones that do, like, the actual rehearsals and the day shows and all that. So someone coming from way out of left field and seeing that for the first time, that's crazy cool. Like, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
for people who travel outside of like the local community or whatever, it's a new experience for them. For us, it's something that we've already
Right.
been accustomed
And,
to.
like,
Something
that's
we
what the
developed
G-
with too.
yeah.
There's like, we know people, we know drama, so like, oh, there's
Yeah.
that person. I don't like that person. They're playing this character. I don't
Exactly.
like this character now. Versus someone who just goes in and go, oh my god, I love that character.
Character.
Oh my god, I love this person.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Totally
That's
different
the best.
experience.
And like that's kind of how the DC, Alexandria, that area feels about Katsu and Oda and all that stuff. But I mean, like, that's going to be everywhere. Drama's everywhere.
yeah.
We need to just work our hardest to eliminate drama and be the best people that we can be, because hey, guess what? We're all nerds.
Yeah.
Now,
We're all
now,
nerds.
Davis, with that being said, now the second that they put that little suggestion for our listeners, that is immediately where we put the gigantic target on our backs, saying that we're causing drama by telling everyone that there shouldn't be any drama.
I mean,
It
I'm not gonna
depends
lie.
on-
I have drama too that I'm involved in, but I'm working my hardest not to involve anyone else in it, keeping it on the private sector, not keeping it off of Facebook, keeping it off Tumblr, keeping it off Instagram, everything. Like, I work my hardest, and if there were honestly more people like that in the world, in the cosplay community, we could do amazing things for the cosplay community. We could really turn face for the cosplay community and make, as I like to call them, the normies actually accept us.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I feel like that's honestly our bigger struggle right now is each other more than it is anyone else
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah.
Because we're so quick to judge each other, so quick to hurt each other's feelings or judge each other's costumes or, you know, based on who you hang out with, all this nonsense. It's pretty much like high school rules, but just with cooler costumes than you would
Pretty
wear
much.
than you would wear in high school.
Yeah.
But I just feel like if we focus more on like
Positivity.
we want to be accepted by everybody. If we just accepted everyone from the get go and be like, cool, like you have a lot of flaws. I don't have to like you.
Yeah.
I don't have to hate you either. If they could, everyone could just live to like let go with a lot of stuff. I feel like
Live to
we
let
do.
go and just respect one another.
Yeah, seriously.
Like,
Like
instead
don't-
of pointing out somebody's flaws in a costume, just be like, hey, you look great as this character.
Have you
or
considered-
even, and then, like, have you considered and offer constructive
Yes,
criticism
constructive
if
criticism.
they ask for it. Don't offer it if they don't want it.
That is
Like
true.
I seriously had someone, not to name names and get into it, but I seriously had someone make a personal post about someone who was wearing a cat suit, and they had like their bra was a little too tight, and you can see that little line. So
Yeah.
but it was very subtle. Unless you were staring and nitpicking, you would not have realized it. And they made this whole big post about it, and
no.
you just
I can see maybe kind of a brassiere that
I know.
females wear.
because women
Somebody
wear,
call the
women wear
police.
bras sometimes. Wow.
Surprise!
True.
I mean,
But so the whole thing was like, well, at least I wear the correct thing, and I'm just like, good for you. Why do you have to put that person
and,
down?
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
It
And on
doesn't
the
make any
opposite,
sense.
and on the opposite side, people have told me you won't look good as this character, so don't cosplay them at all. Only to turn it back around and cosplay that character themselves.
Yeah,
So.
and that's all it is. They
Yeah.
just want
They,
it
they
to
just
do for
they just don't
themselves.
want
Yeah.
anyone
Exactly.
to do it.
Well,
The point is, take some time out of your day to not be a jerk. Thanks, internet.
there you go. and as far as the things that happened at KatsuCon, let's be honest. Like stuff like the fire, stuff like the flooding in the hotels, those things normally happen. They
Yeah,
do.
it can happen at
It can
any
happen
point in
anywhere.
time.
Now,
Yeah,
as
that's
far as
spontaneous.
incidents goes, where people punch holes in the walls or vandalize or stuff like that,
That is a matter of self-control. That's a matter of
Well, it's also
respecting.
your age limit too. Your age
that
group.
too,
Yeah.
that too.
That's-
And who you're hanging out with.
Yeah.
The younger generation of the con community, they still have a lot more room to grow and to learn.
Yo, babos, yes they do.
They'll learn one way or another. We'll corrupt them.
Sweet
Yeah.
children, sweet
Corrupt in the
cinnamon
right
rolls.
way. Corrupt in the right
True.
way. Although what I like to call them when they're especially bratty is they're just special little snowflakes. Each one of them are different in their own little ways.
Yep,
Each one of them so precious.
yep.
Mhm.
Can't wait till you hit the ground.
Overall,
Please hit the ground
Overall,
hard
please
in the
hit the
face. You know.
overall,
Please become part of the pact and just stop.
Katsu was an amazing experience
And
overall.
that's great.
I'm
It sounds
definitely
like-
going next year.
It
so.
sounds like it was
That's
fun.
great. And
Oh,
it
yeah,
sounds
no,
like,
yeah,
definitely.
and it sounds like something that the rest of us in the flock, including the Juancho over here, that's something we might consider for next year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
definitely.
seriously.
Headroom.
You have not been at a con without me as your con dad. You're missing out.
Oh my
Me and
goodness.
my wife.
I've been there.
We're con parents, and we will feed your ass. We
Yeah.
make sure.
Oh,
like,
they
if,
actually
if-
forced
if-
me
if
to.
the
Oatmeal
rest of you
saved my
guys
life
want
that
to,
weekend.
if the rest of you guys actually want to fly up there, whatever, that's fine. But we'll drive up 14 hours so we can smuggle in some proper food.
Yeah.
We can't
Yeah.
bring that on a plane.
Yeah,
Well,
Deimos,
what's
Deimos,
nice-
I'll message you and we'll let you know when we run into a coyote.
On I-10. Because we go 75 to I-10 to like 295 and then 95 and then 395.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
although that
Have
was,
fun getting
So
lost.
specifically
in
on
DC.
I-10, where is that coyote? Like, if you can remember.
Past the tree that looks like a
It
tree.
was actually in between I-95 and I-75.
Okay, so anyone driving in the middle of the night on I-10 between those two intersections, watch out. There's a goddamn coyote.
And lots of deer. Oh my gosh, but the deer were smart. The deer were just standing right by the trees
Well,
looking at you.
Well, shit, I guess
I know,
it was
the coyote ran.
Another really cool thing I just remember about KatsuCon is the amount of free photo shoots people did.
Yes.
That was awesome. There was meet and greets. There were get-togethers. Like I had a Fire Emblem meetup as Lynn, and they had 4 different events. They had like a pajama party, a pool party,
Yeah.
like
Amazing.
an awakening group, and then they had like an all call like every game, and it was so cool. And like when you get there, they're like, Lynn, like they're all just like happy to see you,
Yeah.
and they're like, you look awesome, like you look awesome, Robin.
Oh my
And it was
goodness.
like
Really cool.
it was just
Yeah.
so overwhelming.
Like I went to
Yep.
the Owari no Sarah photo shoot as Mika, and like there were 5 other million Mikas there.
Yeah.
Of course.
But like when you showed up, all the Mikas were like Mika, and we were like Mika, and then
Yeah.
you're just like sitting there talking.
It's a
I did
clone
the
party
same
of
in
fun.
too.
It's. I felt like I was a part of a family and not just a fandom.
Right, and you were just another person. Like,
I wasn't
here
another
comes another
person, yeah.
one. They were like,
Right.
"Oh my god, you look good," and you're like, "Ha, you look
Yeah,
good."
like there was a Mika there who like their wig was okay, but they knitted their entire Mika cosplay, and then the next day they were you, and they knitted their entire you cosplay,
That's
and my
crazy.
ferret and I were just sitting there like, damn!
That's half the time your
Yeah.
expressions as when people are walking by, you're like, damn.
Damn. Those better be watching out. They got some knitting skills.
So you're
my
like,
goodness.
let me get that cosplay page. Babe, let me get that
Babe,
cosplay.
babe,
Don't walk
let me
away.
get the page.
What's your Instagram? What's your Instagram? What's your Instagram? Damn you!
What's your-
What's your Snapchat?
Oh my god.
How I stalk you!
Let me hit you up, baby.
Wow.
All right, well,
We need more of these beautiful stories like this. We need
and trust me, we will. For the rest of this year, we will have more of these amazing con stories.
You'll have me after AWA this year.
Yes.
And that's my personal goal, is to make every con as good as this con. Like,
Same.
no matter where I'm at, I'm going to try and do my best to not let people bother me and just have a good time. Because
Same.
And that's definitely
And
the way to
I've
go.
picked out
That's
some
it.
of the best cosplay groups for like my next 5 million conventions.
Yeah.
Actually, it's closer to 4,967,802.5.
plus a coyote.
Point
Plus
six.
Plus
Yeah,
a
we're
coyote.
at 6. There we go.
And
Plus
more
coyote
deer.
watching.
All right, well, ladies, gentlemen, I think we should probably close this up by saying you guys, ladies, had a great time at
Beautiful
KatsuCon.
people.
It was awesome.
Very beautiful.
I hope everyone who's listening enjoyed themselves on
And-
Valentine's Day.
And don't forget to follow Pixadol on, what are your links?
It's Pixel Doll Cosplay on Instagram, Facebook, and I have a Snapchat, so if you like to see me do dumb stuff.
And Twitter.
And Twitter, but Twitter. I don't do nothing on Twitter.
What about Deimos? You got anything?
It's Deimos Cosplay on Tumblr, Twitter, and Instagram. So follow me.
Yep, and don't forget, folks, to continue following the Ravens flock here. We are continuing our series for Los Amigos Play in the game Bayonetta every Friday. We
Yeah,
might
there
be
you go.
kicking up the episodes to maybe 2 a week, maybe. We're not sure yet.
We'll let you guys know.
Yeah, and we're going to continue putting out more episodes of the Black Files here. Those will be coming off every Monday, at least, once a month or twice a month?
Once a month, twice a month.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so just stay tuned. And, of course, our main show, The Ravens Flock, is going to be available for you
We'll
to
be
view.
back.
And we're going to be putting that out very short.
By the end of the month, we'll be back.
Exactly. So
Well,
I guess that wraps up all the plugs.
Pretty
Take
much.
us away.
Yes. Thank you, everybody, for listening in to the Black Files, and we are